The Sandigan Bayan divisions handling the alleged anomalous Oriental Mindoro project case ordered the detention of 8 Department of Public Works and Highways officials at Camp Karingal in New Quezon City Jail. A reliable source confirms to reporters on Monday, November 24, that the commitment orders state that the female officials will be detained at Camp Karingal, while male officials will be detained at the Payatas jail. Earlier Monday, authorities announced that 8 of the 16 suspects in the case are already in their custody. The accused were turned over to the Anti-Graft Court's 5th Division for processing. The Department of the Interior and Local Government, the Philippine National Police, the Department of Justice, the National Bureau of Investigation, and the Department of Public Works and Highways released mugshots of the suspects at a joint press conference. President Bongbong Marcos announced on Friday, November 21, the issuance of arrest warrants against resigned Bicol Party List Representative Zaldy Co and 15 of his co-accused for the Sandigan Bayan cases. Co and the 15 others are accused of violating the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. The suspects are also accused of malversation of public funds through falsification of public documents in connection with a 289.5 million peso road dike project in Oriental Mindoro. President Bongbong Marcos dismisses the fresh accusations of resigned Bicol Representative Zaldy Co against him. In a press conference on Monday, November 24, Marcos challenges Co to return to the country and prove his claims to his face.
It means nothing. For it to mean something, umuwi siya rito. Harapin niya yung mga kaso niya. Kung meron siyang gusto sabihin, sabihin niya. Malalaman naman ng tao yan eh. Patunayan niya. But come home. Come home. Ba't ka nagtatago sa malayo? Ako, hindi ako nagtatago eh. Kung meron kang akusasyon sa akin, nandito ako.
In another recorded video statement released on Monday, Co said he delivered 56.4 billion pesos in cash hidden inside pieces of luggage from 2022 to 2025. He claimed the luggages containing cash were delivered to the residences of Marcos and his cousin, former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Of this, Co said there were 2 deliveries for Marcos in December 2024 through Justice Undersecretary Jojo Cadiz. Marcos denied receiving such money from Co. Romualdez has previously denied accusations linking him to irregularities, saying his conscience remains clear. President Bongbong Marcos says his family has been worried about Senator Imee Marcos, who publicly accused him and his family of being drug users. In a press conference on Monday, November 24, the president describes the senator as not his real sister.
We do not like to show our dirty linen in public. I'll just say this much. For a while now, we've been very worried about my sister. When I say we, I'm talking about friends and family. And the reason that is because the lady that you see talking on TV is not my sister. And that view is shared by our cousins, our friends. Hindi siya yan. Hindi siya yan. So that's why we worry. So we are very worried about her. I hope she feels better soon.
When asked whether he has spoken to the senator, President Marcos says,
We no longer travel in the same circles, political or otherwise, so no.
In a social media post following the press conference, Senator Imee Marcos addresses her brother, saying he should prove her wrong. At the rally of the Iglesia ni Cristo, Senator Imee accused President Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and House Majority Leader Sandro Marcos of using illegal drugs. She claimed the president's supposed drug addiction got worse after getting married to the First Lady. The senator also accused presidential son Sandro of using drugs and offering it to her children and their other relatives. The House Majority Leader has denied the allegations against the First family. The palace also dismissed the senator's accusations, calling them baseless and mere noise. Former Bicol Representative Zaldy Co asserts he was not involved in the splitting of alleged kickbacks from Department of Public Works and Highways projects. In a video statement released on Monday, November 24, Co claims former House Speaker Martin Romualdez allegedly instructed him to deliver 2 billion pesos monthly from DPWH projects. The directive reportedly came following Co's appointment as chair of the House Appropriations Committee in 2022. Co details his alleged coordination with DPWH officials regarding the fund transfers and reported splitting of proceeds or kickbacks. This includes coordination with former DPWH Bulacan 1st District Engineer Henry Alcantara.
Noong 2022, kakaupo ko pa lang bilang chairman ng House Committee on Appropriations, sinabi na agad sa akin ni Speaker Romualdez na kailangan ko makapag-deliver ng 2 billion pesos kada buwan. Sa naging meeting namin ni Alcantara, siya mismo ang nag-offer kung paano ang hatian sa mga proyekto ng DPWH. 22% para kay Speaker Romualdez, 2% para kay Yusek Bernardo, at 1% para sa kanya.
According to Co, the funds only passed through him and were immediately delivered to Romualdez as instructed.
Gusto ko pong linawin, hindi ako nakikialam sa mismong proseso ng paghatid. Dumaan lang po sa akin ang pera na agad dinideliver kay Speaker Romualdez. Ako lang po ang nagko-confirm sa text kay Speaker kapag nadala na ang pera sa bahay niya. At lahat ng ito, mula sa unang utos noong 2022 hanggang sa huling delivery noong 2025. Umabot sa mahigit 55 billion pesos plus ang naihatid sa bahay ni dating Speaker Martin Romualdez.
In a separate post, Co uploaded a list alongside photos of dozens of luggage allegedly delivered to the residences of Romualdez and President Bongbong Marcos. Co is accused of violating the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act as well as malversation of public funds through falsification of public documents. These charges are in connection with a 289.5 million peso road dike project in Oriental Mindoro. The Independent Commission for Infrastructure and DPWH previously recommended to the Ombudsman the filing of plunder, graft, and direct bribery charges against Romualdez and Co. Romualdez has denied any links to alleged irregularities in flood control projects. Local oil firms announced a fresh round of mixed fuel price adjustments set to take effect Tuesday, November 25. In separate advisories on Monday, November 24, oil firms say pump prices of gasoline will go down by 20 centavos per liter, while diesel prices will climb by 60 centavos per liter. Meanwhile, kerosene will see the steepest increase at 1 peso and 30 centavos per liter. Jetty Petroleum President Leo Bellas earlier said gasoline prices were likely to soften amidst lower regional demand and a notable buildup in U.S. inventories, signaling weaker consumption in the world's largest oil market. On the other hand, Bellas said prices were rising due to the reduced exports from Northeast Asian refiners facing maintenance and unplanned shutdowns. He also attributed the upward pressure to limited Chinese outflows and lingering disruptions in Russian supply.